All right, we have been waiting for this. The Padres today, they announced their non-roster spring training invitees, and there's some names on here that you will know, but there's some names on here that you may not know very much about. And when I say you, I include myself on that. Because yeah, I'll admit I don't know a ton about Harold Chirino and Braden Nett and who else here is Jake Higginbotham and Ryan Oach and Jonathan Perlaza. There's just some of these names like I just don't know how much people, really anyone, is going to know about these names. But this is what non-roster invitees are. There's big prospects, but then there's guys that may be filling out El Paso this year, and you're going to be seeing them in the seventh inning of eighth inning, ninth inning of spring training games, while the big guys have already gone to the clubhouse, showered, and they're back in their Arizona rental home or they're on the golf course already. So pitchers, Chirino, Braden Nett, Francis Pena, Jose Espada, obviously former Padre at big league level, Edwarnel Nunez, Bradley Gonzalez, one of the prospects in the Padres system, Logan Gillespie, he's been up at some point, Luis Patino, he signed back with the Padres. Obviously, he dealt with the Tommy John surgery, I believe, right? And he's still recovering from that, so they bring him back. JB Wendelken, who I believe has some big league experience, Austin Davis, Austin Krob, Jake Higginbotham, Ryan Oach. Catchers, Rodolfo Duran, Martin Maldonado. Obviously, he was the minor league deal, and he will be competing for a spot on the big league roster. Elias Diaz, we know he will be on that roster. Um, Luis Camposano, Maldonado. They could. I've said this before. They could carry three catchers, where they have Maldonado and Diaz be the catchers, and they have Campy be the DH, or you kind of rotate that if the Padres can't go get someone that's better served as a DH. Ethan Salas, obviously top prospect in the system. He is up. No surprise there. And I assume that as the years go on here, as he gets closer to the big leagues, he's going to get more playing time in spring training. He's been around guys. He was at Camp 44, I believe. So he's getting that experience with big league guys and getting those relationships and continuing to learn and be around that environment. So obviously, these spring training opportunities are big for guys like him. And let's remember, he's still very young. What is he, 18? I think he's 18. So I know people have reacted to maybe not the minor league seasons that you have wanted from him, but let's remember, he is like a high school senior, at least that age, and he's in double A. So, or high A, wherever he is. So let's, relax a little bit, I think, there with him. And the catching position, it does usually that takes longer to develop than other positions. Brandon Valenzuela, another prospect in the system, and then Anthony Villar. Infielders, Mike Brousseau, Nico Goodrum. They have him as an infielder. I think he can play pretty much anywhere. Mason McCoy, Romeo Sanabria. And then Leo DeVry, obviously, he is the other top prospect in the farm system. Same thing goes with him about these opportunities that he's going to get and being around guys like Tatis and Manny and Bogarts, guys that have done it at the big league level and are stars. This is who we hope Leo DeVry is going to end up being. I think that can only help him as well in this spring training time and any off-season time maybe that they may spend a workout or two with each other. I think that's great for these young guys to learn. So yeah, there's the infield. Outfield, Oscar Gonzalez, Jonathan Perlaza, Forrest Wall, what a name there. Infield outfielder, Trenton Brooks and Clay Dungan. These obviously, this is not the full roster. These are guys that are not on the 40-man. They're not on, the big league roster, not given big league deals, but they're invited to spring training, and these are guys that will be playing in the later innings of spring training games, some of these guys. And then there will be other minor leaguers in the system that will obviously be playing in games as well. When it's a split squad day, and there's an A and B game. One game, let's say it's in Peoria. The other game is, I think they had a split squad where last year. One of the games was at Sloan Park, where the Cubs play at spring training in Mesa. Some of these guys will probably be playing in that game. So I don't have a ton of thoughts on this. I'm not someone that lies to the audience. I don't know a ton about some of these guys, so I'm not going to act like I do. But names that stand out on this list to me, for a couple of reasons. There's two categories here. Salas, DeVry, like top prospects. Let's see how they do. But then other guys, maybe they have a shot to make the roster on opening day. And those guys, for me, Martin Maldonado, Mike Brosseau, Nico Goodrum, I don't think so, but I'll throw him in there. McCoy will be El Paso. Oscar Gonzalez, I'll throw in there. So those are the names there. And then these other guys, minor league depth, can't hurt, see what they can give you. Prospects developing. Hopefully they can get to the big leagues here in the future. And yeah, so there's that. But any thoughts? If you guys follow the minor leagues closer than I do, you have any more thoughts, feel free to put them in the comments. Thanks.